and welcome back, everybody, and thank you for joining us for this Friday's reading for the last week of April, going into the first week of May. Hey everybody, so we're doing the reading this week for the last week of April, first week of May. We're going into an exciting part of the year. Remember, January, February, then you start marching because you're cacking a little and you don't have what you need. April's alright. Then May, you start prospering. May, you start recovering from December now. And as we go through, we're heading into winter. And then a special thank you from me to all the people involved in my life and in making this successful. Bradley from Smart Tidy. Everything you do for me and for this channel is really appreciated. Ethan Burness, the man behind the magic, your editing skills, once again, on your camera work, putting up with the diva. Thank you. And Franks for the Herbie mix that we smoke. I really appreciate that. All right, and all the counseling and all the encouragement and everyone out there who's believed in me and following the channel and just keep us going. Thank you very much. From that, we're gonna go into the reading. I want to quickly just have a quick look through these cards again. They seem to really go well last time. From this, what I want to just check out is a little bit who am I speaking to today. Remember, when this video finds you, it's for you. Okay, what have we got there? Temperance, if that resonates with you, beautiful young lady. Temperance is the major arcana we're going to be looking at for this reading. And that's going to be... And the Hanged Man. So that's quite cool. New beginnings. Someone out there starting a new thing, new job, new relationship. Something like that. So those are the two we're going to be focusing on. There we have Temperance and the Hanged Man. Alright, that being said, we're going to now have a look at the runes. Greet them quickly and see what they want to tell us. We have a lovely blue sage and white sage incense burning today. We're very excited about our new layout, color schemes, and we've been busy this week. Alright, beautiful runes, thank you for being here with us, and please speak to us wisely. Oh, it's a busy time, it's a busy time. Let's see, there's a lot going on in the present. We're going to remember a lot of these outlying ones here. As usual, what soul wants is quite secretive, quite hidden, and a lot. So in the giving section, that's mostly where we have the exposed. The rest of these are being quiet. So I just want to flip them over so we get a good overview quickly of what is happening. And then we're going to dig in to what it means. Oh, that's beautiful, guys. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All of those things from the previous readings coming right back into relevance. We've got all the runes on the board today. A lot of them whispering. Yeah, so let's get into it, everybody. I have such a good feeling for this reading today. Let's see what's happening here. Alrighty. So we pulled Temperance earlier and the Hanged Man. People are going through some things at the moment. The Hanged Man it's a great card. It's all about a fresh start, about renewal, temperance. Let's keep our cool, friends. Let's keep our cool. Right, let's get into it. What soul wants. So we have Urus resting on Otala, the homestead, right in the middle there, and we have Raido right in the middle there, right in the middle of what soul wants. We have Monaz resting on Raido, all right. We have Thorisaz, right. We have Iowaz, the yew tree over there. 1, 2. Sorry about that. That was funny. We have Laguz, Loki. What's good, King? Laguz in the house. Alright. Most of these were face down, so it's quietly. Voices speaking on the edge, right? Just on the edge. We have Tier, Truth. Tier is pointing, as we say, pointing into the giving quadrant in our present, pointing towards giving in holding. We're holding the truth, pointing it towards the giving. Alright, so what soul wants? Soul wants the journey, man. Soul wants the journey. Soul wants your authentic self on your authentic path. Alright, that's where we're at the moment. So any one of you out there who's not feeling their authentic self at the moment, on their authentic path at the moment, that's what your soul is desiring. Your soul is desiring emotion and water flow. Your soul is desiring that flow of emotion. Your soul is desiring the strength and flexibility of the yew tree. The soul is desiring a protection, a feeling of safety, of security. That's what soul is desiring. That's what soul wants. Soul wants you. Soul wants the power that comes with the homestead. The homestead is your home. It's not just your home environment. The homestead is your kraal. That's your community. It's your village. It's more than just your home. It's the people that are in your home a lot. It's your best friend who comes over and visits. You know, if you're a man, it's the men you have around you in your life. If you're a woman, it's the woman you have around you in your life that make up your community. And then the men in your life that surround you. And then the woman in your life that surround you. That make up your home, make up your values. Soul's desiring that and the power, the strength that comes with that. Some of you, soul is desiring to start a family. I mean, we all want to jiggy a little. That's okay. It's always fun starting a family. Some of you are feeling powerless at the moment. Soul wants power. Soul wants strength. Thor's strength. Thor is us. We want his strength. Where do we find that? So, soul wants. That's what soul wants. Sure. Feeling displaced? Are we feeling displaced? What's going on, guys? Your homestead, your home is feeling rocky. We're feeling powerless. We're feeling rigid. We're not feeling ourselves. We're feeling stuck. Feeling stagnant. My friends, what's happened in the last week? What's happened in the last week? Queen of Wands. Be gentle with your emotions. If someone feels stuck in a relationship or stuck on an old relationship. Six of Shields. Someone's feeling defensive, stuck in an old relationship that's no longer serving you. Or you're stuck on an old relationship that's not serving you. You're feeling lost. You're feeling disillusioned. Boom. We're feeling lost, we're feeling disillusioned. Four of Horns. We're feeling more emotionally ready than we have been. Right? You're feeling a bit better. Now you feel like I'm ready for the blessings. Where are my blessings? I'm ready. There's Sleipnir in the background as a foal. Sleipnir in the background as a foal. There's a young horse. We've got Loki resting on a tree. So what happened there was Loki, we had the Asgardians were trying to build a wall to keep the ice giants out, because Thor was going away quite often on crusades at this time. He was going to smash some ice giants. The problem being, while he was away attacking the ice giants would come and attack Asgard. Now, Thor was huge compared to the rest of the Asgardians, and he could punch giants flying, but the rest of the Asgardians weren't all as giant and as powerful as Thor, and sometimes were vulnerable. So they started building a wall. And in that process, a giant came, disguised himself as an Asgardian or someone similar, and offered to build the wall. He made a deal that if he could finish the wall for them by the end of the season, I could stand corrected, I'm summarizing, he could choose a bride from Asgard. If he couldn't, then he would finish the wall for free. So they agreed, seeing it was just him, and he had a mighty horse, which they didn't know about. And they didn't know he was a giant in disguise. So he came along, got this horse. He was putting this wall together day after day. It was making absolute amazing progress, and the Asgardians started stressing. So finally, a stroke of genius, they go to Loki, and they ask Loki, help us, Loki, figure something out, dude. Like, you're the guy who figures things out. So Loki goes, he tries everything. He tries to dissuade this guy. I think he turns into a wasp and stings him, or he turns into a fly and bites him. I know he does that in another story. So he shapeshifts, does all things, whispers in his ear discouragement. Nothing works. Hell's bells, he thinks, because his daughter's Hela, and she used to play with bells as a kid, so he was thinking about that. What did I do? Children. Why did I have children in the first place? And then Angaboda, she was so beautiful. How do I get rid of the horse? A beautiful girl horse. So he does. Turns into this beautiful mare. And in that form, he seduces this giant's horse, who gallops after him, or her at this point now. And she, Loki, gallops and gallops and gallops and gallops and gallops, and this stallion gallops and gallops after her. He's gone. And the giant is unable to finish the wall, and so he has to finish it for free. And Loki returns 9 months later, having given birth to Sleipnir, a horse with 8 legs, and who becomes a gift for Odin. It becomes Odin's personal steed. So we're at this point, the Four of Cups, you figuring out your thing. And just like Loki, you might be feeling at this point, now I've gone through the trials and the tribulations. Man, I've done the work. I've put in the effort. And what? Where's my comeuppance? Where's my people? I'm exhausted. Where's my strength? I'm rigid. I'm stiff. I'm emotionally tired. I've switched off. Where's the flow? Where's my protection? Where's my security? Who the fuck am I? Where am I? Who am I? What journey am I on? What is my path? This is now where we're feeling kind of, but I rescued as God. I distracted the horse. Now I've got a new responsibility. I've got a young'un. Got a young'un. I've got responsibility. Something has come out of this, So, Eight of Swords, you're tired of battling. You're tired of battling at this point. You're tired. You want rest. So let's see now. Let's see where we're at. Let's go do some decisions. Let's look into the decisions, guys. We feel like we're lacking so much power right now. People are feeling like you're lacking strength. You're powerless. Powerless in your situation. You work too many hours. You don't have the freedom to live your life, to be yourself. You're feeling frustrated in that. You're feeling stuck in a relationship or stuck in a single relationship. Some of you are frustrated. You're tired of being alone. You're tired of being alone. But you're not settling. You're not settling. You're not jumping in at the first opportunity. And this is an interesting, it's a decision. It's the Isa, the ice rune. That's the cooling of emotions. It's a time of still contemplation. It's sitting right here, like right next to the flowing river, Laguz. Right now, in the present, is where Isa is sitting, where Pietro is sitting. Some joy to choose, some joy to choose. Whatever decisions you're making at this point are leading you to success. You're making good decisions. You're remaining reserved. Sometimes it's a good rune, often at times it can come across it as a difficult rune. You're making good decisions. You're making good decisions. And that's where some of your frustration is coming in. That's where you're feeling like, I'm making the right decisions. I'm making the good decisions, Why am I not getting this stuff? Let's see what you're giving in this week ahead. In the present, we're looking at giving Soilo, giving sunshine, giving plasma, giving electricity, giving a bolt of lightning, giving strength, giving of that energy. Hoggle, the hailstorm. So we're not receiving hardships at the moment. We're not receiving hardship right now. You're giving trouble. You're giving trouble. You've been giving trouble to your Freya, to Feiru. It's giving you joy. Woundjo. It's giving you joy. To give someone a difficult time. You're fighting back. You're fighting back. You feel you were wronged by someone. You feel like you're giving everything. You've been giving everything. And you're fighting with someone. Or you're frustrated with someone. You're struggling. But you've been giving even of your joy. This is temperance. This is that temperance. This is this Queen of Wands who we're talking to now. There's a lady out there. You've been doing it. You've been giving. You've been giving. You've been giving. Right? Been giving. And you're very frustrated because it feels like it's not coming to anything, it feels like it's not bringing fruition. You've been giving answers. You feel like you've been honest. You've been giving your days. You've been giving your time. You've given many days to this thing, to this person. And you're holding back on some of the truth. You're holding some truth. You've been truthful. You haven't given the whole truth. You've been holding some truth to yourself. You're protecting yourself. You're not feeling safe. You're not feeling safe and you're protecting yourself. If you're watching this and you're in a dangerous situation, DM me. And we can try help, find you some help, find you a right place. Find your right situation. If this is a dangerous situation, if someone's in a domestic unrest situation, please reach out. Okay, please reach out to me. Just let us know that, and we will do what we can. We'll get you somewhere safe. We'll get you somewhere safe. The death card, that means change. It means change. It means change is coming. It doesn't mean death. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. I mean, you're coming to... You feel like you're giving too much, but you're coming to a place where, well, you're done giving. You've either had enough. You've either had enough of the situation. You've had enough. You're not giving anymore. There it is. You've had enough. You've had enough giving. You've given enough. So you're not going to give any more. That's one area. Another thing is also that it could be that you're not going to be required to give so much anymore. You're not going to be required to give so much of yourself anymore. That time's coming to an end. You're getting to a place where it's going to balance out and it's actually going to be worth it. Here we have the sun. So there's your Sowilo. There's your Dagas that day. Right. That's new things that's very powerful. The sun, Major Arcana. That's Sowilo. That's that like creation energy. King of Wands, so we had the eight of Swords, we had the 9 and 10 of Wands. We have a King of Wands now that you've got you in control. You're still okay. And we were talking about Hela just now. There's Hela and just Hell's Bells. That 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups. We had a 4 of Cups earlier. Your cup is filling. You're spilling it a bit, but your cup is filling. So you're feeling in a very difficult place. Some of you, someone specifically, and if this is resonating with you again, when this reading finds you, it was meant for you. If this reading finds you, it was meant for you. If it's not resonating with you, it may be for someone you know. And their name might come to your mind, might tug at your heart at the moment. I definitely have some people in mind that have popped into my mind when I read this, and I hope they end up seeing this video also. Alright, we're going to move into holding. We have I mentioned earlier, tear, the truth pointing towards giving. So we see always pointing towards that whole situation here. The truth is, and you're holding on to your truth a little bit, you're struggling with how much you're giving of yourself to a partner, to a situation, maybe to a business, but you're not feeling reciprocated and you're getting frustrated, and that's nearly done. It's nearly, that part's nearly over. So we're looking at in our present time, we have connection. What soul wanted last week was connection. What we have is connection. That's sitting in our present, firmly in our present. We have a connection in holding. We're holding those connections we've made. It's beautiful. There's some brand new friendships that have formed in this week. That's beautiful, guys. I'm so happy for everyone. So that's cool. It's also where I think a little bit of this frustration's coming in, where some people have connected. There might be new options, new opportunities that have come through that connection now. You're a bit frustrated, or you feel a bit bad about considering those. Might feel a bit bad about considering those. Here we also have the M rune. We have the transport, the horse rune that we're holding our transport still into the present, going into the future. So we're mobile, we can get around, we can get to the opportunities, and that's opening more and more. Some of you are frustrated with how you're getting around, and kind of the message here is also just be grateful that you're getting around. In that attitude of gratitude, you can have plenitude. The gratitude allows you to keep receiving more from the universe. And entitlement inhibits that. Chasing something makes it run away. This is a theme. Just bear that in mind. Something that we're holding on into the future, again, it's knowledge, it's ken. That's introspection, and that's knowledge of oneself. This is facing everything else on the board. It's looking back through the present, through the past, looking straight into what soul wants. That's knowledge. And of course you're getting that. Of course you're holding that. You're watching a reading where I'm providing that. So of course you have that. So we've been doing it. Been giving a lot. That's also why maybe we're choosing to keep our emotions frozen a little bit. But our soul is desiring the flow, guys. So it seems like this giving situation is also what's causing this feeling like you don't have power, don't have strength. Maybe it's like a feeling of lack of resources. You feel restricted. You feel restricted in your home. You're desiring your own home setting. You want to find your path to your true self because you feel as though you've given yourself away and you feel empty and there's nothing left. And guys, that's the best place to start. It's literally possibly what saved my life a few times, was just becoming nothing again. Returning to that state of your birth, that nothingness, that pure, untarnished diamond that hasn't received any trauma filters, hasn't taken any damage yet. And that's a beautiful place of surrender. When you feel like you've lost everything, you have everything to gain, I've recently experienced that again, and I'm so grateful for the liberation in that moment. even when Mjolnir was crafted, Thor's hammer was being made, in order to not lose a bet, Loki was pestering. Yes, it's a theme. Loki was pestering the dwarven blacksmith, but he was the one who was biting as a fly. He turned into a fly and was biting him in his eye. And it only managed to distract the blacksmith quick enough or long enough to miss one stroke on the bellow, which the only effect really was that the handle was messed up on Mjolnir, so it was way shorter than standard than it was supposed to be, which should make it unwieldy and difficult to use, and in fact made it the perfect throwing, bludgeoning, death-dealing weapon. Is an absolute incredible tool of destruction, which, as we know, always precedes creation and restoration. So we welcome that, and so that goes to show sometimes what we think is an error, what we think is a mistake. We wouldn't have any legendary weapon like Mjolnir, nothing to base that on, had that distraction not happened, had that mistake or that lapse in judgment not happened. So we bear that in mind. We're going to go now from holding on to receiving. This is the best part. This is the unboxing. That's what's up. Okay, we're not going gangster. We're going to receiving. So in our present right now, most of the receiving is happening in the present. That's why it's called a present. On the theme, there is Gifu, gift, the gift rune. That is the present. Once again, we're receiving the gift. What really is the biggest gift is knowledge, it's foresight, it's insight, it's through sight, it's hindsight. And that's what gift is. It's sight in every direction. It's knowledge, it's ken, it's intimate knowledge of things in each and every direction. So the ken rune is shaped like a flashlight, like a lens, like a torch, light shining, right? And so the gift rune is all four of those in all directions at all the cardinal points. So we see everything around us, and that's what's happening. We're very enlightened right now, and all our needs, we're receiving, all our needs are being met. Nowadays, it's the best place to find nowadays the need rune is in receiving. Hell yeah, you're receiving and giving because they are one and the same. They're just one continual flow, right? So we're still in receiving. Lucky packets. What are we getting? Here's a beautiful thing in our present, going into the future. That lady love that was missing from most of the last reading. There's Bakana standing here. So there's that beautiful feminine divine energy at the moment and coming in, holding through into the future. That's sitting right on top of Yera, the harvest rune, also very feminine energy, right? So we're getting, and that's just in the future, just over the line, we're getting what we asked for. You see there, we're feeling so frustrated, feeling like we've invested so much. Where's the return on investment? Well, one thing is, if you ditch now, which is an option, cut and run, you lose that return on investment. All of that you gave, your everything, you gave your whole self, you've given everything. If you ditch now, you gave that. Yeah? If you stick around a minute, you get that. Now, I'm not talking about someone who feels like they're in extreme danger. And once again, if you're watching this and you're in a situation where you feel like you're not safe, please reach out. Please. And if you're watching this and you know deep down in your heart that you've put someone or are putting someone in a situation where they don't feel safe, stop it and reach out. Let me help you. Let someone help you. Become a better version. Be a better person for the people around you. And that might very well be what this is about also. Remember, it'll catch you. It'll catch up to you. So, watch out. There's an Afrikaans word my mom used to say, badar. I don't know, but I feel like I want to tell if you know what that means to you. Badar. Okay. But we're reaching our harvest. We're receiving our harvest. And that's payback for everything that's going on in this situation. So if you've been sowing seeds of shittiness, if you've been sowing seeds of not a cool personness, that's what you're going to be receiving in your harvest now. And the fruits of that. Fruits of that. In the Bible they say the fruits of sin is death or something like that. It sounds horrendous. So bear that in mind. Other than that, once again, you're receiving your needs, we're receiving the gift of knowledge, we're receiving the gift, we're holding our knowledge. And that's the runes for today. Let's see anything else jump out. Guys, please remember to like and subscribe. If this touches you, if this reaches you, please drop a comment. Let me know what you think, how you feel. Did you love this? Did you hate it? Why? Let me know. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. 5 of Shields. You're feeling defensive. You're not feeling safe. And if there's things you think I can do better, please let me know. I'm going to get into the summary. Welcome to your summary. Life hack. If you just skip to the end of all my readings, you'll see the summary and you don't have to sit through the whole thing. What we see here, what Saul wanted. Saul is very wanting today, and we understand why shortly. Right, Saul wants the flow of water, the flow of emotion. Saul feels like you're lacking strength. There again, power. Saul feels like it's lacking home, and Saul also, quite importantly, feels like you're lacking your most authentic self and your journey, your path. You're lacking guidance, you're lacking direction. Why do we feel like we're lacking all of these things? It's because you feel like you gave them all away already. You gave them all away already. And you don't feel like they're coming back. You feel like the place they were given to is an endless pit. You've thrown all your money down the wishing well. And we're very encouraged to learn. Over here, the 9 and the 10 of wands, the queen of wands, the king of wands, that all of those things were for something. The return on investment means you spent that time and you spent those resources because you believed in something, and that something is coming. That thing, you were right. You were right. At the beginning of the reading, we saw we need to exercise temperance. We saw the hanged man. So it's a time with the death card. Something's come to an end. There's a new beginning. There's new moments. You've just leveled up or then learned the runes from hanging on the Yggdrasil on the world tree for those 9 days and nights. There's a lot of 10s, a lot of 9s, a lot of strength, 5s, your emotions, you've poured out your emotions. You've been doing that. You've been choosing Isa. You've been choosing the way of ice. You've been choosing to freeze that emotions, to freeze your joy, to freeze your emotions. You've been choosing that. And is it a surprise that you're craving the flowing water? You want to cry. So cry. You can cry. Once again, I got a vibe. Someone's in danger or may be in danger in a domestic situation. Please reach out. If that is you, please let us know. Get a hold of someone. We can help you. If you're the person that's put someone in a situation that they're feeling unsafe, stop it. And please reach out and let us know. We can help you. All right. So in the holding, what are we holding on to? We're holding on to the truth about our situation, about all that giving, about that frustration, and maybe that fear of danger. We're holding on to that truth where we've been giving truthful answers at the same time. Right? We're holding onto knowledge and introspection. This knowledge was pointing back over everything else. So we've gained knowledge from that. We're holding that connection we craved last week, what Soul wanted. We got that. Made some new friends. We made some new connection. Beautiful, and I'm proud of us. We keep that up because that's the way. That's what we wanted. And that's what we got. We're holding our vehicle. We're holding the horse's reins. We're holding on to transportation. We're getting where we need to go. We're receiving that beautiful feminine energy. We're receiving that harvest, right? We're receiving Berkana, right? We've been getting that now. And to the men out there, stay decent. Make sure that you're not causing someone to desperately feel like they need a home, a real home, when they've come to you in your harvest for that home. So please, guys, make home great again. We're receiving the gift of knowledge. We're receiving the gifts. And we're receiving all our needs. And that's hella lucky. Because not a lot of people get that, hey? Yeah, we're receiving our needs. So have a beautiful week, guys. And thank you again for joining us. Again, please like and subscribe. And keep up the support. And much love and peace. And I'll see you next week.